Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these great hand-painted watercolor cards with flowers on them. Let's see if you can see the detail right there. Okay, great. And then these are really good for, birthdays. Mine was actually for Mother's Day, which is now past us this past week. But anyway, I promise you that you're going to need zero to little artistic talent to accomplish this project. So before we get started, you're going to need a few things. You will need some watercolor paper. I got this book right here for about $8 at an art supply store. You will also need some greeting cards. These were from Joann's. So this little pack here was only like $4 and it came with 12 cards and envelopes, and there's a variety of different colors in here. There is green and yellow and orange. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. We can probably use those later for another project. I also got a paint pen, which is blue, but in hindsight, this could have really been any kind of a fine tip marker. And you don't need anything fancy for this. And then also a gold Sharpie. I just really like anything that's metallic right now, and this is great for writing on the inside of your cards. And then also some double-sided tape and some paintbrushes of the finer tip variety. And then also some watercolor paint. I have blue and green. So you could really just change this up and do whatever color you would like to do. I chose yellow for my actual card here because that is my mom's favorite color. And I always just think blue and yellow go great together. So, okay, let's get started. So, let me just grab my actual watercolor paper here. So I've actually just kind of taped this to the back here to kind of use it as sort of an easel so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the green paint and make my stems here. And it's important to remember that you don't really need to be too perfect with anything, kind of have a sense of humor about it. Okay. And this is kind of a little bit more watery than I need it to be, so I'm going to kind of hold it a little bit flatter for... Okay, so now that I have all of my stems painted, we're just going to make the top of the stem a little bit wider so we have somewhere for our flowers to go. So kind of like that right there. Sorry, this paint is really runny today. All right, so you can see that right there, and then I'm going to come in with my blue paint and actually paint the flowers. Hopefully this one won't be so runny. Okay, so right here, and we're just going to kind of bring it upward. Okay, just about like that. And it's okay if you want to come back over it with some less watered down color right there. And I promise you, this is a lot easier when you're doing this on a flat surface. Oh, okay. Well, I do have one that we used earlier on that I'm going to skip back over to. So, lesson learned, don't water down your paints too much. I've done about 5 of these right now and none of them have turned out as pastel as this, but you get the idea. So now we will skip forward to one that I have that is already dry. All right, and there you are. Okay, so here we have the one that I previously painted, and it's already been dry. Obviously, this one I painted on a flat surface, which took care of the whole watercolor running problem. So now I'm going to just do a little detail with my marker. This just adds a little extra color to it. So on each flower here, I am going to just kind of draw some lines, just really filling in the full width of the flower here. And then maybe do a couple dots above it. And again, this is not going to be as hard when you're doing this on a flat surface. All right, actually, I'm going to use a little something here to back this up. Okay, awesome. So now all you have to do is fix your watercolor painting to your card. That's what I'm going to use the double-sided tape for, because if you use glue, sometimes you end up with those little bumps in the back of it, and then it doesn't look very professional. So I'm just going to put my double-sided tape on the back of this watercolor paper. All right, and here is our card. It's important to make sure that you pay attention to which way it's opening before you put this guy on, and line it up here however you choose. All right, and there you have it. I also put a little label here on the back with my gold pen saying Cards by Anne. But anyway, I'm not going to label this one yet or write a message on the inside since I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. But that would be where your gold Sharpie would come in hand, and you can write happy birthday or, you know, make it personal for whoever you're giving this card to. But there you have it. There is the project, and I think really, you know, subtracting out the time for the paint to dry, this is probably something that is total going to take you less than 10 minutes of work, and you know, maybe a half an hour start to finish when you're waiting for the paint to dry. So I hope you enjoyed the project. Please leave me a comment. Let me know you know, any ideas that you come up with to really kind of adjust it and make it your own. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.